Hi, this is Zero, and this is What If Naruto Was Banished, Part 2. We left off while Naruto and Rose and Hinata just got out of the huge library, underground library of the Uzumakis, and Naruto just told them they will be training, doing physical training and becoming stronger. And now, while after a while, I just said there will be a year of time skip. Now we cut to 1 year. Naruto is sitting. Naruto has long, as long as Kushina kind of blonde hair because Naruto found a jutsu that helped him increase his hair length even further. Naruto is sitting there. Then he gets hugged by two girls. One has white hair. One has a white hair and blue eyes. She's Rose. And the other is Hinata Hyuga. They're not as Hinata is not as tall and old as I showed the photo of, but I couldn't find a better photo, so yeah. Hinata and Rose are quite muscular, much more muscular than any other girl. They both of them has six pack. They are much more muscular, lot more taller, and Hinata also has long hair, and so does Rose. Both of them says, "So, Naruto, what are we doing now?" And then Naruto stands up. Naruto is much more taller than what he once was, and he's more muscular than both of them combined. His muscles can be felt or just seen even over the loose clothes he's wearing. Naruto says, "Well, all three of us has literally mastered all five forms of taijutsu styles that Uzumaki's had, and we have mastered all eight fighting or eight kenjutsu styles. Now we'll be and our chakra control, and we know medical ninjutsu. I'm not the best at medical ninjutsu, but I'm not the worst either. I didn't have natural talent, so I used multi shadow clones, or scratch that. Naruto just used multi shadow clones to, make up for his not having talent for healing jutsu or medical ninjutsu. All three of them knows medical ninjutsu. They are at the level of Tsunade herself at medical ninjutsu and chakra control. All three of them can throw chakra punches as strong as Tsunade, but all three of them knows body flicker. They are much more faster than Tsunade, and they know taijutsu style. Hinata also learned taijutsu styles of the Uzumaki clan because she wanted to add that with the Hyuga fighting style. She has also managed to improve her Hyuga fighting style even further. All three of them wears heavy weights, as heavy as Rock Lee. Even I would say even more heavier than what Rock Lee wears. But all three of them wears them on their legs, arms, and chest and stomach to weigh them more, so they can gain more power. Mainly they can do that because Hinata has 9 times more faster healing capability than a normal shinobi, and now it has gotten to 12 times more faster than of a normal shinobi. When you call a Rose, healing capability is close to Naruto, or not Naruto, I would say. It's not as good as Hashirama. It's like 100 healings 24/7. Like someone uses 100 healings, they heal. Rose is like that because she's also in Senju. On Naruto's healing capability, on the other hand, it's at the same level as Hashirama Senju himself. I would say a little bit more faster because Naruto has more chakra to work with. Naruto has 3 times more chakra, or 2 times more chakra than the first Hokage, and his chakra is also more denser. And all three of them knows medical ninjutsu at the peak. Then Naruto would say, "Now we will be learning about our chakra natures and will be trying to learn or make the 100 healings. All Rose and Hinata just smirks to themselves because they know if add the 100 healing with that level of chakra that they had would be insanely powerful. But adding that with the chakra level Naruto has, whew, that's monstrous. And Rose has gained 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Hinata has improved her Byakugan even further than what she had in the war, what the third great ninja or fourth great ninja war or third great ninja war, yeah, whatever. And Hinata is much more powerful, much more faster. I would say Hinata can beat the current Neji easily. That Neji is in the canon easily because the training that Naruto did himself and both his fiancés did, both of them decided to marry. Both of them had ring on their finger now because they have decided to marry each other. All three of them are kind of in love with each other. So there's that. Hinata and Rose are in love with Naruto, and Naruto is in love with Rose and Hinata. And so there's that. So we do another year of time skip. Naruto, Hinata, and Rose. Naruto naturally had all 5 chakra natures thanks to him doing the ritual. Rose had to the shock of even herself, and Naruto and Hinata, she had wood style and lightning release. And Hinata has water and wind release. And she just unlocked her lightning release as well. Halfway through the year of training, after 6 months, she was able to unlock her lightning. And all 3 of their, the chakra natures are at the peak. I mean, at the literal peak. Both of them, all 3 of Naruto has all 5 chakra natures naturally now, but Rose and Hinata also can use all 5 chakra natures because thanks to the chakra control training and the mental ninjutsu training that they did. But naturally, they possess 3 chakra natures each. Hinata possess water, wind, and lightning. Rose possess lightning, earth, water. Because earth and water, because she has wood style. Rose has created some of her own wood style techniques, and Naruto has gotten so much smarter than anyone. He's almost read entire Uzumaki Underground library because he has shadow clones. He can read something again and again until he permanently remembers it. He pretty much forces his brain to be the smartest. All 3 of them are capable of coming up with strategies on the go because they also did genjutsu training, putting each other into genjutsu and stuff. Before this year, the time skip, Hinata and Naruto decided to do something to Rose. Both of them cast a genjutsu on Rose, showing her that Hinata and Naruto died. She was in so much pain and agony that she evoked the Mangekyo Sharingan. When she did, she was able to realize that it was a genjutsu. She released it, and she ran towards Naruto and Hinata, who were standing in front of her, and hugged them so hard. Then she cried and called them idiots, monsters, and so many different, cursed both of them for showing her so much pain, giving her so much pain in few seconds. Hinata would start to cry as well. Naruto just hugs both of them and just sits there for hours. Then Naruto says congratulations of awakening the Mangekyo, because Naruto has the knowledge on all the clans that exist when Uzumaki clan was there. So yeah. And she then Rose would say something about her father said something that when your eyes are no longer that of a black tomoe, they change. I have a gift for you. Then she would be wearing a book or a miniature scroll that she would like to carry, but one time she thought it was a storage seal. She tried putting chakra, it didn't work. When Naruto looked at it, Naruto is also a seal master. Naruto can create a seal capable of holding the one tail Biju in or 2 minutes. Let's just say, yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, he's a pretty good at sealing. He will say it's a blood seal. She would like, what's a blood seal? Naruto would say, usually a drop of blood. She would, and then pass chakra through it, and a jar would pop up with two Sharingan or two eyes. Naruto would instantaneously realize it, and he will say, Rose, I'm sorry. Then he will knock Rose out. Naruto would like, why did you do that? Naruto would say, Hinata, grab the jar of the ice, please. Hinata would nod. Hinata would pick Rose up in Bretta style and take her to infirmary. She's unconscious, and then Naruto will perform the surgery. Naruto would take out Rose's eyes and put in the eyes that were there. Thanks to her own natural healing and Naruto and Hinata healing her at the same time, she healed about in a minute or so. Then Rose woke up. She has a bandages on her eyes. She would remove the bandages, and Naruto would say, use your Mangekyo. She would, and the pattern would change. Naruto would say, congratulations on awakening and gaining the eternal Mangekyo. She would be shocked because she just realized what those eyes were. She would start to cry because she just realized that those eyes were her father's eyes, that his father ripped them off and put them in the jar and sealed it for her, so she won't go blind, because her father was dying from a natural illness. Her mother died giving birth to her, so she only had her father. But her father told her everything about Senju clan, that you're half Senju and Uzumaki, but you can't go to those clans because they will realize that you're also part of the other clan as well. She'd cry, Naruto would hug her, so would Hinata. They'll stay there for the night. The next day, Rose is feeling much better, and so this all happened before the year of time skip I did, before they start learning ninjutsu. Then they will start learning ninjutsu, and so in a 1 year later, when I said we will do time skip, now then, Naruto says, now all of them are 15 to 16. Rose has mastered lightning, fire, and her Kekkei. Rose has managed to master all 5 chakra natures, so has Hinata. Their chakra reserves have gotten much more bigger. Both of them has more chakra than a Kage, and Naruto has about 5 times more chakra than the first Hokage himself. He's a chakra beast. Thanks to having a tail beast within him grants him more chakra, and adding that the chakra he gained from the ritual, it's much more. While they are, practicing, pretty much Rose and Hinata are going up against Naruto using dojutsus, and Naruto just sighs and says, when will I get my dojutsu? Rose would be like, why don't you take my Sharingan? Naruto would say, nah. She would be like, okay, fine. Then Naruto would say, let's go out. Both of them would say, what do you mean? Let's go out of our home. We haven't left this place for 2 years. Naruto and Hinata and Rose haven't left their, Uzumaki compound for 2 years, or Uzumaki village. Then all 3 of them would just smile to themselves and go to pack their bags. They would take few things, and they have ton shit of money, because on the black door there was also a seal as well, in which there was ton shit of cash there. Basically a bank of Uzumaki. So Naruto and Hinata and Rose has as much money as the village itself did once. And Naruto, Hinata and Rose wear weights. They don't use their chakra non-strength for training at all. And so Naruto, Hinata and Rose would leave the place. They will use body flicker. They are pretty fast to go pretty far away from the village before they slow us down. When they did, Naruto says, oh, a ramen shop, he sees. They were in a small town. Naruto would be going and eating ramen. Both of them knows ramen is his favorite. And so both of them just says, let's go eat it. They would. And then a white-haired guy would come and he would be shocked like, Naruto? Naruto would look back and say, Pervy Sage? Pervy Sage, aka Jiraiya, run up to Naruto and hug him and cry. I'm sorry, Naruto, they cast you out. I was trying to find you for 2 years now, but I was unable to find you, and so that happens. And now we cut to what happened while Naruto left. After Naruto hit Sakura, Sakura was so shocked that she didn't say anything for 5 to 10 minutes. When she just went home and forgot about all of it. The next day, they got the they were, they were called by Hokage. When Kakashi and Sakura went there, Sakura was like, "Where's Naruto?" She did a little bit angry tone because Naruto hit her. Uh, well, Tsunade would look down and say he was banished from the village. Kakashi, Sakura's eyes widen. Kakashi would like, Lady Hokage, why didn't you? He was supposed to go today, so, but he left at night at some time. We don't know. Kakashi is shocked and devastated. He doesn't know where he is. Sakura is devastated, so that's why he hit me. She thinks he was being banished, and I said all those horrible things to him, and that's literally, the guilt is devouring her. And then we cut to Hinata's home. When Hinata's father sees that Hinata hasn't come out yet, and Kurunai come asking about Hinata, is she there, because they had the team meeting. Hiashi would go to Hinata's room and find one letter. The bed was like she never slept. Hiashi would read and Hiashi would be shocked, like his girl left him. She went with Naruto Uzumaki. She wrote that how she met Naruto and I fell in love with him, father. She'll write, I understand that you don't like me because I'm weak, but I have to. Because I know that if I don't go with him, I will lose him forever. Here she kind of understands this, what she's coming from. Because, love. And so that happens. And then slowly all the, Jonins get then notice that Naruto was banished. Rock Lee, Neji, and everyone is shocked, like, whoa, why didn't he come to say hi? He just left. Several of the Jonins are also shocked because he was a Jinchuriki. Guy is kind of angry that they literally banished Naruto, because even Guy can understand that the mission he was banished for was not even his fault. And Shikamaru would also hear of this, and he will go to his father to ask about it. His father will say, we didn't have a choice. The votes were off the charts. All the clan had tried to, vote for not getting Naruto banished, but it could not be helped. Shikamaru would just look down and say, it's not fair. He wasn't even the leader of the... Then he would just leave. Shikamaru would leave. Kakashi is at the same place where, the names of all the people who died protecting the village gets engraved in, and he's crying. He says, I failed. And he's saying this to Minato and Kushina, I failed, crying. Then he just gets up, stops crying, and goes home. And so then Jiraiya comes. Jiraiya is angry. When Jiraiya hears of this, then Naruto left, and the village was having a festival of the demon brat leaving. Several of the villagers were not happy, especially the ramen guy. And so that happens. When Jiraiya gets there, Jiraiya goes to the Tsunade's office, angry. Tsunade, did you actually not voted for Naruto to be banished? She was like, Jiraiya, listen to me, I did, but they were like, that's enough, and he would just walk away. Now Tsunade is also broken, because she was already broken that she had to watch Naruto, leave. And now Jiraiya also left in such rage. Like, it was this time the first time Tsunade sees in Jiraiya's eye the disgust and hatred towards her, and this broke Tsunade's heart. And when Jiraiya left, Tsunade starts to cry. Uh, so that happens. Jiraiya has been trying to find Naruto for 2 years, as Jiraiya says, towards Naruto. So that's all happened for 2 years. Everything goes the same. Sasuke is still training with Orochimaru, and so now we cut to Naruto and Jiraiya. Then Jiraiya sat with Naruto eating ramen, talking with Naruto, how have you been? What's that? Who's that? Then Naruto would introduce them to Hinata Hyuga and Rose Senju. Jiraiya would talk like Senju. Naruto would say yes, she's not just a Senju, she's also an Uchiha, and she's my fiance. Both of them are. Jiraiya's eyes would widen. He's not thinking of perverted things right now because he's too happy to see his grandson or godson to be here in front of him. Finally, he thought he died. He had so many different dreams, thinking like he died. How could he survive this? Then he would ask, so where were you those 2 years? I searched on every single hidden village. Naruto says, oh, we were in the village of Whirlpool. Jiraiya would just hit his head down. That's the only place I didn't search. Damn it. Naruto would just laugh. And so Jiraiya would ask, so you have gotten taller and you have long hair and quite muscular. The same goes for Hinata and Rose. Both of them would say, oh, yes, we have trained a lot. And then Jiraiya would say, so, wanna spar? Naruto would say, of course. Then Jiraiya and Naruto would start to spar. Jiraiya would be shocked because the raw strength of Naruto is not using enhanced strength yet, is greater than his own. And Naruto is so fast, so fluent. Jiraiya would think he's like a taijutsu specialist. Then Jiraiya thinks maybe he just trained taijutsu. He will go back and use fire style. Naruto would use water style. Then Jiraiya would use earth style. Naruto would use lightning style. Jiraiya would be shocked, like what? Then Naruto would say fireball. And then he will say wind style, wind bullet. A wind bullet will come, make the fireball bigger. And Naruto would say earth wall. Behind Jiraiya, earth wall would come, and the fireball would hit Jiraiya, and Jiraiya will go through the earth wall. Then Naruto would wave some hands and says lightning stream, and the lightning will come because thanks to the first water attack that Naruto did, there was water all over it, and Jiraiya was also wet, and the lightning shocked him. Jiraiya would stood up instantaneously when he gets shocked. He would be so shocked because he was shocked because of the lightning, and he was also shocked because Naruto has all 5 chakra natures. Then Jiraiya says, well then. Then Jiraiya runs towards Naruto and creates a Rasengan. Naruto also runs towards Jiraiya and creates the same size Rasengan. But Jiraiya says, this Rasengan is not blue, it's dark purple, and it feels more dense, more different for some reason. When both of the Rasengan clash, Jiraiya's Rasengan instantly get overtaken, and Jiraiya get flew back because Naruto literally exploded the Rasengan before it can hit Jiraiya to do less damage. He just made the Rasengan explode before it hits Jiraiya, and that explosion was quite further from Jiraiya, but it threw Jiraiya back so far. Jiraiya was so much damaged. Then Jiraiya says, damn it, I don't have a choice. Then Jiraiya would wave some hand signs and do the dance, and then summon 2 frogs on both of his sides. Oh crap. Sorry about that, I was planning to show the photo of Jiraiya, but I was too focused on the story that I completely forgot that I was planning to, change photos. So don't mind it, guys, sorry. And so Jiraiya uses Sage mode, and he fights with Naruto. Naruto dodges Jiraiya's punch easily, but then he gets hit. Before the fight, both of them had made a rule that the one who hits their back on the ground first loses. So when Jiraiya flew back, Jiraiya makes sure not to hit his back, but Naruto was so shocked, like he didn't even saw or sense chakra from it, and Naruto flew back and touched the back. Naruto's back touched the ground, and Jiraiya won. Naruto jumps back up and says, what the heck is that? Jiraiya says, "Oh, it's Sage mode." Then he will desummon the frogs and say thanks to the frogs and desummon them. He will tell all three of them, because all three of them were quite curious about this. He will tell all three of them what Sage mode is, how Sage mode works, and then Naruto would say, "I'm gonna learn it." Both of them say, "We will learn it as well." Naruto says, "Okay, all three of us are learning it. Take us to the place, Jiraiya, so we can learn it." Jiraiya would like, "Okay," and then Jiraiya would ask, "What's the Rasengan you used?" And I said, "That's my chakra. It gotten denser throughout time and gotten stronger, and it changed color to purple." Jiraiya would nod, and Jiraiya would, you know, when he was in the Sage mode, he was shocked because he could sense Naruto's chakra, and it was denser than the first Hokage. It was much more than the first Hokage. Now Jiraiya is only thinking one thing: just what kind of training did Naruto gotten did to got himself so strong? And then all three of them, including Jiraiya, will go to the Mount Byaboku. And so all three of them would start to train for Sage mode by using the. Before they do that, they will meet the Elder Sage. You know, the normal Sage, you know, the small one who taught Naruto the Sage mode. That one. He will tell them there are two ways to learn Sage mode. He told them first way, then he will tell them the second way. The same way will Naruto used to learn Sage mode fast. Naruto says the fast one. It will be hard. Naruto would say, "We don't care." The girls would nod as well. Then they would say, "Let's start." Naruto and all two girls did the same hand sciences. Multi-enhanced shadow clone jutsu. Naruto will create about 5 shadow clones. Hinata would create 5, and Rose would create 5. And they would say shadow clone, and then Jiraiya's eyes would widen, and he would say, "Do you know?" Naruto would say, "Yes, of course I know. How do you think I gotten so strong?" Jiraiya would say, "So that makes sense now." Because Jiraiya already know the secret of shadow clone, but he can't do because he doesn't have that much chakra to do so. Then Jiraiya would say, "I'm learning Sage mode as well." Jiraiya creates 2 shadow clones as well. He only creates 2 because he doesn't have that good of a chakra control as they have. And he doesn't rely on shadow clone too much, let's just say. So they will train for the Sage mode. Just a sec. Sorry, I was kind of searching up how long Naruto took to learn the Sage mode. In this, Naruto learned the Sage mode in a week. So I would say it took all 4 of them to master Sage mode in 2 weeks. Because they wanted to master it, not just learn it, master it. Thanks to having more shadow clones and more chakra. The most easiest was for Rose, because Rose has a naturally wood release, so she's naturally connected to this nature energy, and that was the thing the nature toad also says. You know, the old toad says that this one is naturally connected to the nature energy. Then Naruto would say it's probably because she has wood release. Jiraiya would be shocked, like, "What? You have wood release?" Rose would nod, "Yes, I have wood release." Jiraiya would like, "Whoa, okay." And so, just a sec. And so Jiraiya was quite shocked to learn that she had wood release, and she also has Sharingan. Rose still hasn't learned how to use the Susanoo yet. She doesn't even know what kind of, different kind of there are different kind of capabilities to a different eye. She doesn't know that. And so then they will leave the mountain Miyaboku, and Naruto and Jiraiya starts to train Naruto for a while, to teach him more jutsus. Naruto also has poison release. He can use poison smoke as well. There's something to do with medical ninjutsu Naruto learned. He can use chakra scribbles and all of that. And so Jiraiya says, there's a Akatsuki after you. after they learned the Sage mode and mastered on them. Jiraiya also mastered in 2 weeks. Jiraiya was kind of shocked that all three of them learned Sage mode so early. The first was Naruto, second was Rose, the third was Hinata. Naruto was first because he was using more shadow clones. He had more chakra to use. So yeah. And Rose was second because her chakra was naturally connected to the nature energy, thanks for her having naturally wood release. And so, while that's happening, something else is going outside the world that Jiraiya kind of knows about, but he's not paying too much attention to his spy network yet, because he's been mainly focusing on finding Naruto. He's not even supplying Konoha with too much information on the spy route like he used to, because his main concern is to find Naruto. And this kind of made elders angry that he's looking for the demon, but they think the demon is dead. So, and Danzo did try to after 2 weeks, and Danzo sent his Anbu for an entire month to hunt down Naruto, but they failed. So they just stopped looking because they thought they died or something. So Danzo was waiting for the Nine Tails to reappear, so he can go there and use his Kotsu Matsukami. And so that happens. Sasuke is still as strong as what he was in the original, and everyone is as strong as what they were in the original. They didn't make too much of a greater leap. And now, when it comes to the rock village and the mist and the sound, they are planning something. These three villages and several of the smaller villages that were not in the five great nations have came together to take down the Leaf and Raikage's village. What was it called? Rock? No, Mist? No, wait a second. Yeah, they are planning to take down Leaf and the Cloud village. Rock, Mist, and Sound, and several other small villages are planning to take down the two of the most powerful villages. They're not going after sand because they know that sand, and they're not even evolving sand because sand and leaf has pretty good relations thanks to Naruto. Not that good because they banished Naruto, but still good. And so that's going on, and they're planning to create a war to take down a way of taking down them, take down the two of the great nations. And so Naruto decided to Naruto and two girls and Jiraiya, his two girls and Jiraiya, Rose and Hinata, decided to go and attack the Akatsuki. Right now, Sasuke has already created his band, and he was fighting Itachi right now. And the two people who were supposed to go kidnap Gaara went there to kidnap Gaara. No, they did not go there to kidnap Gaara at all. Naruto simply goes up, hunts down each and one Akatsuki member. Akatsuki member gets the call that someone is hunting them down. All of them comes to the one place to talk. And so Naruto, Hinata, and Rose attack the place, including Jiraiya, and all four of them are in the Sage mode. They attack the place. Pain was not there. They attack the place. They pretty much kill every other member because Itachi and Kisame were fighting. Kisame died by Sasuke's hand, and Itachi and Sasuke fought, and everything goes the same. But this time, Toby did not come to take Sasuke and to tell him all the truth about Itachi, because Toby got the knowledge that they were being attacked. And so after that was done, before the message got there, Naruto and the team already killed all the, you know, people around there. All the other shinobi except for Pain and Conan. Then Conan would appear and try to attack them. Naruto's Rose and Jiraiya would use a extremely great fire style, and they will fight for quite a long time. But in the end, uh, Conan would go unconscious, but she won't die. Naruto can seize that, but then Pain would appear. Uh, Naruto would say, "I'll take care of it." Rose and Hinata will take care of one Pain. Jiraiya would take care of other two. There are six Pains, so Hinata and Rose are taking care of two. Jiraiya is taking care of two. Naruto is taking care of the two in front of him. The one who can absorb jutsus and one who can use gravitational capability. They will fight. Naruto will beat them. Pretty hard fight, but he will beat them because he was in a sage mode, and their time limit is 10 limits now because they master it. And mainly because he had more people to fight with, he wasn't fighting alone. Then Naruto will figure out about the receivers. He will use the receivers to get the location of the original. Naruto would tell everyone to stay here. All of them would not. Naruto would use body flicker to come in front of Nagato. They will fight. Naruto would win. Naruto will seriously injured Nagato, and then they will start to talk. Naruto would do his talk no jutsu, but it's already too late for him. He'll die. Before he dies, Naruto would say, "Oh yeah, one more thing, I'm taking your eyes. Those are too dangerous to be left, unchecked." Nagato would be like, "Yes, I guess you are right." At that time, Conan wake up. She ran towards Nagato, and at the same time, Naruto asked Nagato about his eyes that I will be taking. The Nagato would be like, "Okay, you can take them. You're right about that." Conan would be like, "No, you can't take them." Nagato will look at Conan and say, "Conan, he's right." Conan would just cry there. Nagato will die. Naruto will take his eyes out and keep them in a jar for now. And then Naruto would wave some hand sign, and I was about to use fire style. Conan would be like, "What are you doing?" Naruto will simply state that, "Do you want Nagato to be revived and do someone else's bidding against his will?" She would just stop. Naruto would complete the jutsu and burn Nagato's body to ash, so he cannot be revived. And so that happens. Well, now Naruto had the Sharingan, but he hasn't implanted it yet. Then he will say, "So, Conan, will you be coming with us or you will be staying here?" Conan would say, "I'll stay and lead the rain village." Naruto would nod, and then Naruto would say, "Let's go." Naruto would reverse summon on all four of them in front of, the what do you call, Whirlpool village, outside the barrier, of course. Naruto would say, "I guess this is where our story ends." Jiraiya would be like, "Yeah, because I have to go and check the spy system." Naruto would be like, "Yeah, I guess so. Goodbye then, Parvi Sage." Shit. Sorry about that. And so Jiraiya would leave, and Naruto, Hinata, and Rose would go towards inside. Then Naruto will go directly to the medical unit, and he will look at Rose and Hinata. Both of them would nod. Naruto would lie down. Both of them would start to do the surgery required to change the eyes, and they will. And thanks to Naruto having instantly high healing capability, they will heal almost instantaneously. It took 5 seconds to heal. Then Naruto would open his eyes. They were like, how do you feel? Naruto would be like, wow, I can see chakra. Similar to the Sharingan, how you describe, but much better. And, well, then let's start the training, shall we? She will smile and say, I'll teach you how to use Sharingan. Maybe you can use the Renegade, like Sharingan as well. Naruto would say, yeah, let's try it. Then a month would pass like this, them training. And this is where I will be cutting this video as well.